Hello and welcome to Aid Eyewitness. I'm here on another trip to Birmingham, and in this video we're going to go for a walk around the city centre, focusing on new and contemporary construction with drone views by Cinemaker. And we'll start here at Birmingham New Street Station.
The city of Ozzy the singer and Ozzy the bull has changed a lot in recent years. Birmingham New Street Station was redesigned and rebuilt, the work completed in 2015. It's still looking good with its reflective silver exterior, though it's slightly showing signs of weathering. Let's go inside, and by the way, the main focus of this video will be on new and recent construction as well as heritage landmarks in this part of the city centre. I'm not interested in whether Birmingham is the second, third or first city of the UK, it makes no difference to me. I get tired of people putting cities into league tables. I take each city on its merits. The interior of the station is much more spacious than before. Beige and pebble dash are nowhere to be seen now. Like other stations today, it has morphed into a shopping centre. As before, the rebuilt station is above the platforms, but now there's a big, bright central concourse, almost like an airport. Those large roof lights are made of ETFE, or ethylene tetrafluoroethylene, same as at Victoria Station, Manchester. Looking back to how the station looked in late Victorian times, we can see that it had a magnificent single-arched train shed, once the biggest in the world. Lost, it said, to World War II bombs and to civic vandalism. Like Penn Station in New York, the platforms exist in a dark space underneath. It must have been an uplifting experience to arrive at the old Birmingham New Street Station, but those large roof windows recapture a sense of how it was. And we have a larger-than-life resident to make us smile. It's Ozzy, the steampunk bull, originally made by Artem for the 2022 Commonwealth Games. He's made of aluminium and used industrial parts. He has a special message for travellers. That's bull language for please do not leave your bags unattended. Destinations include Holyhead, Lichfield, Liverpool, Leeds, Bristol, Manchester, Leicester, Nottingham, Norwich, London. You get the feeling that Birmingham is at the geographical centre of things. We continue through the station, and let's have a look now at the outside. That silvery exterior undulates like a huge wave reflecting the surrounding streets, as well as the tracks and trains from some angles. It was designed by AZPML Architects. Co-founder Alejandro Zaira Polo said he wasn't satisfied with how the design turned out. I think there was some disagreement. It looks fine to me, and it's been well received. Still standing is the futuristic brutalist signal box from 1964. We emerge from the station onto Stevenson Street. The bright blue West Midlands trams link Birmingham and Wolverhampton along a previously disused railway line. These trams were introduced 2014 to 2015. Extensions are under construction or in planning. This is Corporation Street, and in the distance we can see the tower of Methodist Central Hall, Grade 2 listed and at risk. Hotel conversion plans stalled. I thought it was featured in the book Birmingham Then and Now, and this is partly my book because I did the Now photos. Published 2013, Anova Books, text by local writer Alan Clawley. It's out of print now, but I saw a copy on Amazon. Anyway, Methodist Central Hall isn't in the book, but many more large buildings are. I took the photos in 2012, before major changes, many of which we'll see in a while. Over recent years, more and more tall buildings have appeared on all sides. Now let's make our way along New Street. Not so new actually, it was first mentioned as Novus Vicus in 1296. That's the Apple Store, previously Waterstones and originally the Midland Bank. And on the opposite corner is the DJI shop, where you can buy the drone used by Cinemaker, as well as high-end photo-video equipment. You could spend quite a lot of money in there. We'll make our way along New Street. There are works going on to install new paving. It's entirely pedestrianised, like Market Street in Manchester, though New Street has heritage facades on both sides, not just one. It's got something of the magnificence of streets in London, with arcades and high-end hotels. I'm particularly attracted by this very distinctive building. According to Historic England, it's an office building evoking the first Chicago commercial style, built in 1953 to 55. This could be in Paris or Madrid with those curved corners. And now we walk out onto Victoria Square, a central focus of Birmingham, and that's the Council House, home of Birmingham City Council, so named to avoid confusion with the Town Hall, the neoclassical style concert hall built in 1834. Birmingham Council House was opened in 1879, 2 years later than the Town Hall in Manchester. It's quite magnificent, and in front of it is the distinctive fountain with quirky statues and cascading water, created by Indian-born sculptor Dhruva Mistry. At the top is the lady. People call her the floozy in the jacuzzi, a name already used for a statue in Dublin. The entire water feature is titled The River. It was completed in 1994 and has had to have some repairs done since then. The woman represents the life force, and despite her undressed state, she manages to look demure and stately, like a true English rose. I captured this view nearby from Colmore Row in front of 103 Colmore Row by Ryder Architecture, completed in 2020. From here we can see 3 layers of buildings, from the 19th century Town Hall, the recently completed 3 Chamberlain Square, and at the top, the upper part of the Alpha Tower, once home to the old TV station ATV. As we emerge around the corner of the Council House, we can see 2 striking modern buildings. Number 1 Chamberlain Square on the corner by Eric Parry Architects, 2020. The Octagon Tower, I keep getting it wrong. The Octagon Tower, designed by Howells, formerly Glenn Howells Architects. They did number 1 St. Peter Square in Manchester. Yes, it's the Octagon, 8-sided. It's a 155-metre, 49-storey building. I saw a 1-bedroomed apartment advertised at £1,285 per month, 2-bedroomed £1,660. From the drone's eye view we can see the roof of the council house, which also houses the art gallery, and we curve around towards the revamped Chamberlain Square that was created or recreated as part of the Paradise Project. The monument is dedicated to Joseph Chamberlain, who was an MP and helped to found Birmingham University. Now let's have a look at Chamberlain Square as it is today and how it was previously. This photo from Wikipedia by Andrew Miller. The former Birmingham Central Library, designed by Harry Maiden, was a striking brutalist construction, like an upturned ziggurat. Despite petitions to save it, it was deemed unsuitable for retention and demolished. I remember walking through it. It was big and impressive inside, but I think the new design works better. The Chamberlain Memorial looks magnificent now as before. This view is a striking portrayal of urban transformation, anchored by a monument from the past. The dark building on the left is 1 Centenary Way, designed by Howells. The paint seems to be peeling off. Looking back, we have a great vista, new buildings left and right, the Tower of the Art Gallery and 103 Colmore Row. And now we continue on to Centenary Square, past the Hall of Memory. I'd love to go inside, but the doors are locked. Over to the right is the magnificent Library of Birmingham. And that hotel building has been closed for some time, but it will soon be demolished to make way for a new building, including a new hotel. I think the Octagon Tower looks great from every angle. Slim, but not too slim. Looking south is the Alpha building, completed in 1973. It looks as if it could have been built recently. By the way, Centenary Way was named in 1989 to celebrate the 100th anniversary of Birmingham's city status. Looking south along Suffolk Street, Queensway, that's the Orion building, designed by BBLB Architects, built in 2006. Beyond it is 10 Holloway Circus, also known as the Beetham Tower, or Radisson Tower, 122 metres, 400 feet tall, completed in 2006. Like the one in Manchester, which was completed in 2007, the upper floors house apartments, the lower floors a hotel. Built by Lang O'Rourke, no relation to me, and designed by Ian Simpson Architects, now Simpson Huff. The Library of Birmingham is my favourite building in Birmingham, designed by Francine Houben of Makeover Architects, based in the Netherlands. Opened in 2013, she designed Home Art Centre in Manchester. As in Manchester, as we look around, we can see a mixture of old and new. There are complex patterns on that building in the distance. It's called The Cube, designed by Ken Shuttleworth of Make Architects, designers of 4 New Bailey in Manchester. On the Hyatt Regency facade, the sheer wall of glass windows is striking in the way it reflects the light, like the puddles on Centenary Square, making for eye-catching architectural photography. And by the way, this video is sponsored by Aiden Tutor, that's me. I help people to learn photography, especially for travel, and also languages with my multilingual articles, audio and video. Link below. The exterior of the library has a feminine quality. The pattern really adds something. It reminds me of a gigantic jewellery box. The BT Tower from the 1960s is now bereft of its communications dishes, but it's still in operation and remains a well-loved landmark. I've always thought they should have added a viewing platform at the top. Let's go inside the Library of Birmingham now to admire the views. There are 2 garden terraces, one at the front and the secret garden further up at the back. It reminds me a little of Liverpool Central Library with its roof terrace. And what's that construction going on behind? Well, it's another building that's part of the Paradise Project, with more to come. I find the Hall of Memory an intriguing construction, completed in 1927. Why Hall of Memory, not Remembrance? The dome-shaped roof reminds me of an observatory. I imagine it's silhouetted on an empty hilltop under the stars. From the very top of the library, there's a room with a commanding view over the city. Anyone can go in there and study their books, but I'm more interested in reading the changing skyline. We can see the horizon all around, reminding us that Birmingham is roughly in the middle of England and Wales. Like J.R.R. Tolkien's Middle-earth. Is there a connection? Oh yes, I nearly forgot. There's one more minor project over to the east of the city centre that's slowly coming together. It's the HS2 station, Curzon Street. It won't open for another decade at least. I look forward to riding the train to London in less than an hour. Reminds me of Last Train to London by Birmingham's ELO. Great song. Like all such mega projects, it is consuming huge amounts of time and money to complete. Contrast that with the planned new railway station or halt in the village of Cheadle, Stockport. Single platform, bus shelter style waiting area and car park. That minor project also will have taken well over a decade from conception to completion. Down there on the right is the original 1838 building. It was the entrance to the old station, matching the Euston Arch in London, which was scandalously demolished in the 1960s. It's great that the earliest and latest landmarks in railway construction are combined here on one site. So that's my current take on Birmingham. And don't forget, I'm slowly developing my membership. Join a privileged few, very few at the moment, for £2.99 a month, and you get to see videos early, and I'll post some members-only videos. It's early days yet, but we'll get there. A recent ad for Birmingham University quotes negative comments such as, "Birmingham is a dump. It's just awful." And these, written by me, inspired by real ones I've seen. Birmingham's got nothing but hideous 1960s architecture. There's nothing to see here. And then the ad shows images of the magnificent university buildings, the superb classic and modern architecture in the city centre, the pleasant parks, lively streets and vibrant nightlife. My daughter is studying at the University of Birmingham. She loves it there. Like Frankfurt am Main, another centrally located city, Birmingham has an image problem, or more exactly, people have a problem seeing the city for what it is. A busy, complex city, not without problems, but with lots of cultures, history and great architecture, with many reasons to visit. For me, a very interesting case study in urban regeneration. I really like it.
Well, that's all from this edition of Aiden Eyewitness, and I must say I'm very impressed with Birmingham city centre. And I look forward to coming back again soon. So please like, subscribe, comment, share, and all that remains to be said is vielen Dank fürs Zuschauen und auf Wiedersehen in Birmingham.